Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. I'm going to look in here. I'm actually leaning towards not bothering with the auger wagon at all, because, you know, you've still got the whole nonsense of, like, carrying in between. So that's 100,000 litres that one will take. Oh, it is pretty good. Right, we can run around with that one. We can have it any color we like, and we've got the ability to go all the way up to 100,000 litre capacity on that one, which is, again, pretty good. But, I mean, the combines themselves are 120,000 litres, so it doesn't really seem much point in having an auger wagon. It takes less than the combine, as one combine's 120. So I'm kind of thinking that we don't bother with the auger wagon, and we just load direct into the lorry as we're doing our work. And, I mean, that lorry that we've got, we could very well end up having an extra trailer on the back as well. I think we could get round this map with 3 trailers. 4 trailers would be pushing it. I don't think that we could successfully negotiate the whole map with 4 trailers on the back, but I do think that we could probably get away with having 3 trailers and sort of going between the different, going through the fields and going between the different sale points. I think we could access all of them without too much trouble with 3 trailers on the back, which, what are we, with 520,000, so it's 260 for a trailer, which means that we would have 780,000 litres of capacity on the lorry if we were to go and do that, which I don't think is too bad, really. 780,000 litres of capacity. I mean, yes, if we can squeeze one more trailer on there, that gives us a full 1,000,000 litres that we're pulling around, but I'm not sure that we'd actually be able to do that. I don't think we'd be able to cope with it. Right, you can sit there for a second, and I've got that one. Yeah, I did have a little bit over that side that I'm going to need to, like, tidy up, but that's not what I'm after. I'm after this one right here. Start you up. It looks pretty good down this end, except for that little bit right there next to where we stopped. So we'll just do that a minute. There, and I'm not going to go down the other end of the field. I will do that with the other tractor. We'll check stuff down there with the other tractor in a minute. I'm going to put this one, I'm going to take it on up, and we will set this one going on the bigger of these 2 fields up here, and then the other tractor can go and do, sort of just tidy up the ends, and then it can work on the smaller of these 2 fields. Everything will all come together. Do love it when a plan comes together. Right, let's back that up a little bit right there, and off you go. Right, that's looking pretty good. Off you trot, and then I want to go to this one next. We want to take you out of this field, and we'll go over straight down the road here to this next one. We're not going to, like, run around any different ways or anything like that. I will get a bigger rake for the field. I'm just not sure what rake I'm going to use yet, because I kind of want to use windrowers in here. I really like the Merge Max, but it's not very good with uneven ground. Like, it genuinely struggles with uneven ground, and that's the bit that I don't like about it. So Stevie has done one here, so whether he has done some tweaks on that, it does up to 30k, that one does, whereas this one over here does 23k. Now, I don't know if Stevie has gone and done any alterations to this one's ability to pick stuff up on uneven ground. It might just be that he's done the color options, because some of the machines that he's tweaked and altered and that, he hasn't done anything other than just add color options, but then others, he's sort of taken what appear to be in-game bugs and he's fixed them, which is really cool. And I would say with the Merge Max, it's actually a bit of a bug that it doesn't follow the contours of the uneven ground very well. And when I say not very well, I mean really, really poorly. It's particularly bad, I've noticed. What are you doing? Right, well, technically you finished, so we'll just drive you over this way. I'm going to do that bit there. Now, I think there was a little bit over here somewhere, unless it somehow... Oh, no, it didn't. I was going to say, unless it somehow managed to go and seed that bit in, but it hasn't done that. And we'll just double-check this end of the field as well and make sure that nothing over this side has been missed, and it doesn't look like it. Right. So that one's all good there. Over here? No. Right. And we'll run this one up to the small field of the two up here, and we'll get this one started. And that's the last of the crop being planted. So even if we're focusing our attention entirely on the cows, if that's what people want me to do, I'm still going to expand our arable production slightly and take in those three fields I talked about, 17, 18, and 19. Just because I feel that at the moment, the land that we've got is not really going to be right for the big machinery that I want to go and get, like that massive, great big combine duo that I would like. So we will be doing, like, some more like a little bit of extra land to sort of, I guess it's more to justify the upgrades that we're doing on the machinery. And then we'll have the whole grass thing going on as well. Right, what's happened with our prices on the sugar beet a minute? And as I suspected, the price took a massive nosedive. So we got the transport company over there at 351, but we were getting over 400 being offered. So we're going to have this parked up for a while, at least until tomorrow, and then we can sort of see what happens after that. But at the moment, that's not looking great. Next, I'm going to take you, and we're going to carry on and finish this field right here. We've then got to do our muck spreading and slurry and stuff like that. Let me just lower that one down there. Slurry, muck spreading, get all of that spread onto the grass fields so that we can get a decent bumper crop next time round. We've got hay. We're making silage at the moment. Possibly when we come to do the wheat harvest, we won't actually do any mowing this time round. We'll leave it, but it does depend on the amount of hay that we've got. It also depends on how little the cows have got, because we've got to make this silage, roll it, sheet it down, and then get it into the mixed feeder, because at the moment, those cows are about halfway full on that, and they're going to need a little bit more. So we've got work to do there on that front when we get to it. We will get to it when we get to it. There's 2 more passes left on this field. Yeah. And what have we got? Just looking down through the list on the side. Everything seems to be working fine at the moment. Got no real issues here. We've got, I mean, the money is ticking down pretty quickly. I've got both seed drills now working, which means that they're both buying fertilizer and seed as they drive along, and you can see that is sending the money down pretty quick, actually. Impressively so. I'm a little bit disappointed that I forgot about the price drop on the port before I went and sold the first lot, so, you know, although I did say that we'd sell it straight off the field, and technically I am selling it straight off the field, even though I'm sat there with a lorry load of sugar beet. There's 500,000 litres of sugar beet in that lorry, but I haven't tipped it in storage anywhere. So I've not placed it in storage. Some of the money that we're saving up, we're also going to want for storage for root crops. We're going to want root crop storage. We're going to need to build a facility for that. Now, we've got the root crop silos at the moment, which I was actually thinking of altering the capacity on those to something a little bit more than 300,000 litres, because that's not even one lorry load. And I was thinking more along the lines of 3 million litres each, because, well, you've seen, we got 3 lorry loads out of the few fields that we've got, and we don't have that many fields. So if we're going to be doing more potatoes and more sugar beets, then we could be looking at quite easily 12-15 million litres of potatoes or sugar beet in a single harvest if we're sort of pushing the arable side of things more. And at 300,000 litres per storage, yeah, we need quite a few. So we definitely want to tweak that, and I think I'm also going to want to make an alteration to the speed that it unloads the sugar beet and the potatoes, because I don't think it does it all that fast. So if we're going to be able to unload 500,000 litres at a time, or 750,000 litres into 3 trailers, we're going to need a little bit of speed to be able to do that. I mean, the main thing that's sort of going to hold us back from doing that too much, though, is the fact that I just can't be bothered with 15 million litres of sugar beet in storage and then having to go and move 20 loads after I've already ferried it all the way to the storage and kept it there. So most likely, when we're getting to that kind of scale, storage won't come into it, because we will just sell direct to whoever is giving us the most money, right? If we get 300 per 1,000 litres and we can sell it immediately, to my mind, that's probably worth it, considering the amount of effort that is going to be required to get 400 per 1,000 litres when you've got to put everything into storage to start with in order to be able to go and get that kind of money. Right, you're going that way, which means I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get that bit right there. We're not going to be able to get all of the rest of the silage into this trailer, so what I was thinking of doing was coming up here. We'll run down the other side, so that's going to take us to more than 200,000 litres in this trailer, and then possibly run back once more. And I wonder if I can get the rest of this field into this trailer. No, I can't get the rest of this field into this trailer, so I will run down here now, like this, and I think by the time, if I was to come back up again, the tractor would still be going and I'd have to wait for it again, and I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I will stop right there with it, and we'll run over to the silage clamp now, and we will unload. The planting is still trotting along quite nicely without any issues down that way. Bring you in around here, and we tip out into the clamp in here, and this is going to be the bit that's going to be interesting, because we've got a lot more silage in here this time. I mean, shouldn't be difficult to roll this. I can't imagine that this is going to be difficult to roll. It's just time consuming more than anything. We might actually have to go and get some kind of roller type leveler machiney doodah in order to help us out with this. I'm going to pile the silage up nice and high now, right in the middle. That'll help us out a bit as well. Just makes life a little bit easier for us once we get going with it all. We've got lots of silage in here, haven't we? 240,000 litres from one load, though. That is a fair old bit. Right, and now I was going to say, now we just come out the front. It's doing that thing again where it's got less than a litre stuck in the back, and so it's not actually emptying it out properly. See? You get that. Trailers as well, they just stay tipping forever because it thinks it's still got a little tiny bit left in there. Now, I should really drive back around the bottom side of the cattle and swing around and go straight back out to the field. But I'm not going to. What I'm going to do, I'm going to scramble up over this heap with our trailer and our really powerful tractor. I'm going to start rolling it. There we go, look at that. Right, helper B has completed their task. That is the rake has completed their task. So I will go up this way. We'll bring you back so that you're ready to roll, and then we will switch over to the rake, and we can drive that one over to the small field, and we can get you started on there. Those two tractors doing the planting, they're doing a pretty good job at the moment. Helper I, he's just finished now. He's just finished one of them. This dude over this way has got not very much left, actually. I'm going to take him out to this side of the field. I'm going to go there like that, just to sort of finish off up through that bit. And then I've got this dude down here, who has now completely finished. So we've done all of that, and we've also, because we did the fertilizer beforehand, these fields are now all fully planted and all fully fertilized. We don't need lime. How? Oh. Yeah. They're not fully fertilized at all. The fertilizer was complete. I completely forgot about that. Oh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. I put fertilizer on all of the fields because then I wouldn't have to do it afterwards. But there was no change of state between... I need to, like, run a cultivator over it first or something like that. Oh, I forgot about that. Right, so we do have to go back over and fertilize all the fields again anyway, because we can't put fertilizer on first and then immediately follow with one of these, which is a bit of a shame. Never mind. That's fine. That's not like a major thing. Okay, so we will come over to you right here, and yeah, you didn't have very much there, did you? There's quite a thin crop on the ground just for this last little bit. So I'll grab that one there, and then it's all lined up, and then we will run down through here, and we will set this one going at next to... I'm going to start over on the cow side. Actually, I don't need to, because we've already done a strip around the outside edge of the field, so there's no chance of me kind of running into the fence over there or anything like that. That's what I was a bit concerned about, was whether I was going to run into the fence. And I will go to there. Off you trot. Right, you're doing a great job. And you got one pass left. Don't need to worry about you. The two combines here. How much am I going to get for selling these? Garage. Owned items. 164,000 for the one that's been used the most. That's not quite the million I'm looking at spending on the next one, no, is it? Not even close. Right, you. We need to get a little bit more of the silage. We're not actually that far away from finishing all of the silage, actually. We've only got the little field left. So we will go and grab up this little lot in here, and we need to take the middle row on that bit over there, because we've got 3 left on that side. What I should have done is I should have started over here, but that's fine. We can just do it like that. Helper H, that's the other planter, is now finished. So we take the middle row on here, and then we go back over to the row on the other side over there, and we take that one up. And then with not turning ridiculously sharp to be able to pick up the rest of the silage just on these last 2 runs. Should keep it fairly simple, just running through that bit there like that. The only way that we're going to get the last couple litres out of this machine, I suspect, is to go and put straw in it. So we come in around there to get that bit, and then we've got this little tiny thin row with hardly anything left to just finish off. We're already on 30, yeah, so there's no way that we would have gotten everything into this trailer. It wouldn't have happened, because we only had about 20,000 litres of capacity left when we left this field. And we've already got 40,000 litres, well, it's going to be 40, it's not going to get to 41. Because we've got 40,000 litres of silage in here. There's, yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do it, so that was a good judgment call on my part, wasn't it? Saved us hours and hours of time. Really sure how it saved us hours and hours of time, but I'm sure it did. Sounds good. And I'm going to go right in there like that. Should be about right, I think. So I reckon that we will end up with about 75,000 litres in this particular run. There's a little bit of grass in the hedge just up the other side on there, which we'll go and get in a minute. I don't think there was any. I was wondering whether there was any grass up on this side, but I don't think there is. I did miss a little tiny bit when I came up through. So I come back down here, and it's directly opposite here. There's a little tiny bit, but I've misjudged the line. I should have come down as well. Because I've only got one left on that side, which means that we are going to either have to turn back on ourselves, or we're going to need to follow that tractor up the field. That doesn't work like that, so we will reverse down over this way, and we'll take it that side there, like that. There we go, that picked it up. We'll go up through here, and we'll pick up, we'll just have to sort of shunt around a little bit to be able to get around that corner in a minute. But I say 75,000 litres. I reckon I got that about right. No, I didn't. Not even close. It's way, way more than that. It's more like 85,000. So I wanted to turn around in a circle there because there was a little bit that I missed. And then I can come back round over here and get that line. 85, I said after I corrected myself. And yeah, I reckon that is a little bit more accurate because there's already 83,000. I know it's only a thin row here, which means that, yeah, about 2,500 litres up through here. Is it going to do that? It's going to be a bit more than that, actually. But still, 85, that's... No, actually, that's pretty much spot on, that is. Okay, right, anyway, it really matters. Doesn't make any difference to anything. And you can fold up. So we've got slurry spreading still to do. Really, I'm going to change this one over. I'm going to put the slurry spreader on it, and I'm going to get that straight out to one of the fields. I'm going to start spreading slurry, because that job still takes a little while to do as well. And we want to make sure that that's all finished. I know that I've also got the fertilizer to go and do on the other field, so we've got a little bit of a window because, you know, we can wait for that to grow, and then we can still be putting slurry and manure onto the grass fields after one growth stage. We're able to do that without any trouble. So we've got that kind of option available to us. But right now, let's take this one over and load it up with slurry, and I'll take it out to the railway field. So we've got 42,900 litres of slurry right in here, which is almost definitely not going to be enough to do our fields, but never mind that. I'm just in a new recording session now, and I have finally remembered to install, or at least activate, the mod that allows us to remove the placeable objects on the map. So we're going to take a quick look at that one before we do very much else. We got a few tractors that we need to put away and things like that, but we haven't got very much else we want to do. Probably should have gone round the other way, although actually he seems to do alright getting up the hill there. It's not too bad, and he's then pretty much at the field and ready to roll right here, so we can... I think it's alright using that ramp there, as opposed to going out round the other way, because I think the other way, I'm sure, is actually a bit of a longer trip. And the idea here really is to try and do things as quickly and efficiently as possible, because we're going to keep expanding our land. And so, well, actually, I don't know yet, because I haven't had the feedback from, you know, I've asked if people want me to focus on building up to more than 1,000 cows and sort of just going for that bit, or if you want me to keep sort of spreading evenly between the two, or if you want me to focus on building up the arable side of things and sort of leave the cows pretty much as they are now, allow them to just grow naturally rather than us spending a load of money on buying more cows. Right, what I'm going to do is just press H on there and let it do a couple passes along the bottom. So if you look here, I don't actually have any control for it on there because I'm driving the tractor. What are you doing? Why would you think that that is the right way to do things? At what point did you get the indication... we missed some grass there. At what point did you get the indication that driving right down into the stream and washing the back of the muck spreader off would be the appropriate thing to do? I really do wonder about the hired help sometimes. You sort of look at them and you're like, dude, is everything really okay in your life right now? Okay, so I'm looking in here, and I'm still not getting the bit, but if I go to there, I've got previous hand tool and next hand tool, which is just the chainsaw. Animals, keeper settings, left, okay, I don't know if I showed you this, but this is what we've got. So filling the stable litter we don't use, filling water troughs we don't use, cleaning animal pens I do use. So they keep that clean, and it costs per animal $30 per day, or 30 euros it is. So per day, per animal, we pay out 30 euros to keep everything clean and tidy over in the cattle pens. And so that's the expense that we pay out on that. But no, we've got left shift H. So we go to that a minute. This is the no objects have been hidden until now. So I don't know any other controls for it. Apparently it works for trees. Delete. Maple stage 5. So then if I go over here, go up to it so I'm close enough, hide Stream Rock 01. So the tree, I'm not going to do it down close to the field. We're going to go up here and we're going to take this one. It's a long way from the field. It's not going to interfere with anything at all. Delete spruce stage 3. So I press H on there. Are you sure you want to remove this tree log? Yes. Right, so that one's gone, and then if I go into the map, no objects have been hidden. So the trees, it simply removes them from the map. So we've got that option now. Instead of having to hook up the tractor, we can simply just delete the trees, because that's essentially what we're doing with the tractor anyway. It's just going to make things faster if we've got a load of trees that we want to get rid of, which is ideal. I absolutely love that. Hide the stream rock. And now I can walk right through it. I can walk right through that bit where it was. It's gone completely. So then if we go and take a look at the map here, Stream Rock, there. Oh, I see. It comes, it zooms in on it right there. And then I can click Restore on that one right there if I want to put it back. I don't see why not. Let's put that one back a minute. Go on here, restore, and then we've got nothing on the map at the moment, and it's back there. So we can now go and remove anything we want, which means... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.